Welcome to Psychology of Humans. Today, we explore one of the most influential models in all of psychology, Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, a framework that attempts to explain why humans do what they do, what truly motivates us, and how we grow toward our highest potential. Maslow's work is everywhere, in classrooms, therapy offices, business schools, leadership training, and even modern self-help. But far fewer people understand what his theory actually means, how it applies to daily life, and why most of us are unknowingly stuck at the lower levels of the hierarchy. In this video, we break down how Maslow discovered this model, what each layer of the hierarchy represents, why you get stuck in repeating behavior patterns, why happiness fades even when you get what you think you want, and what it takes to reach the state Maslow called self-actualization. Let's begin. Part 1. Who was Abraham Maslow? Abraham Maslow was an American psychologist born in 1908 to a family of Jewish immigrants. Growing up poor in New York, he found himself constantly analyzing human behavior, why some people felt fulfilled while others seemed desperate, anxious, or directionless. Most psychologists of his time were focused on the darker sides of the mind. Freud focused on unconscious conflict, behaviorists focused on conditioning and reward, others focused on pathology and dysfunction. Maslow asked a different question. What if we study healthy, fulfilled people, instead of only the mentally unwell? He believed psychology should not only explain illness, but also explain human excellence, creativity, meaning, inspiration, morality, connection, and purpose. From this perspective, he studied exceptional people, including Albert Einstein, Eleanor Roosevelt, and Frederick Douglass, and began noticing the same patterns in how they lived, thought, and grew. This led him to his most famous idea, the hierarchy of needs. Part 2. The hierarchy of needs explained. Maslow proposed that human needs are structured like a pyramid, with basic needs forming the foundation, and higher needs emerging only when lower ones are satisfied. The 5 levels are physiological needs, safety needs, love and belonging, esteem needs, self-actualization. He later expanded this into 8 levels, but the classic model is what nearly everyone recognizes. Let's explore each layer deeply and how it shapes your behavior. Level 1. Physiological needs. The foundation. At the base are basic survival needs: food, water, shelter, sleep, rest, physical health. When these needs are threatened, your brain becomes laser-focused on survival. You don't think about purpose, you don't think about meaning, you don't think about your best self. Instead, you think about getting through today. Modern examples might include working long hours just to pay rent, feeling overwhelmed by lack of sleep, being unable to focus because of poor health, being stressed because of financial insecurity. When you are stuck at this level, you experience anxiety, exhaustion, and a constant feeling of never being caught up. Maslow believed it is almost impossible to grow psychologically while trapped in survival mode. Level 2. Safety needs. Stability, security, and predictability. Once your body is safe, your mind seeks stability. Safety needs include financial security, emotional security, personal safety, a predictable environment, job stability, reliable routines. This is why people stay in jobs they dislike, but that feel stable. It's also why unpredictability increases stress, even when things aren't physically dangerous. Humans crave a sense of control. When safety is missing, people experience chronic stress, hypervigilance, and impulsive decision-making. Maslow believed that a society filled with insecure people will always struggle to produce happy, creative, fulfilled individuals. Level 3. Love and belonging. Connection and relationships. Humans are social beings. Once survival and safety are secured, the next need is connection. This includes family, friendships, romantic relationships, community, social acceptance, emotional intimacy. Maslow believed loneliness was one of the deepest psychological pains humans can experience, and modern research confirms this. When people lack connection, they feel isolated, rejected, invisible, unworthy, depressed. Most emotional suffering begins at this level, not because there is something wrong with the individual, but because humans are not built to live disconnected lives. Maslow would argue, you cannot feel complete without belonging. Level 4. Esteem needs. Strength, competence, and self-respect. Once connection is established, humans seek esteem both internal and external. This includes self-confidence, achievement, respect from others, recognition, mastery of skills, personal worth, identity. Maslow warned that esteem built only on external validation is fragile. Likes, applause, or admiration can feel good, but they don't create lasting identity. True esteem comes from building competence, setting goals, and recognizing your own capacity. When this need is unmet, people experience shame, self-doubt, imposter syndrome, insecurity, lack of purpose. Esteem is the bridge between belonging and becoming. Level 5. Self-actualization. Becoming who you were meant to be. At the top of the hierarchy is self-actualization, the full realization of your potential. Maslow describes self-actualized people as individuals who are deeply authentic, are guided by personal values, create meaning rather than seek approval, accept themselves and others, grow continuously, are motivated by purpose, not fear, live with inner freedom, express their unique talents, seek truth, beauty, and responsibility, contribute to others. He believed self-actualization is not a destination but a way of living. It is the shift from asking, "What do people want from me?" to "What am I capable of becoming?" Most people rarely reach this level because they remain stuck in the lower layers, anxious, insecure, or disconnected. Part 3: Why most people are stuck in the lower levels. Maslow observed that modern life leaves many people in a constant cycle between survival, safety, and belonging. Several forces pull people down the pyramid: financial stress, relationship instability, overwork, loneliness, social comparison, trauma, lack of community, digital distractions, fear-based societies. He believed a healthy society would help people rise the hierarchy, not trap them at the bottom. Part 4: How to apply Maslow's hierarchy to your life. Maslow's hierarchy is not just a theory, it is a tool for self-awareness. Here are practical steps to climb the pyramid. 1. Strengthen your foundation. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, rest, and basic needs. Most psychological problems worsen when the body is neglected. 2. Build safety and stability, create routines. Simplify your environment, reduce chaos, seek financial clarity, set boundaries. 3. Invest in real connections, quality over quantity. Strengthen your closest relationships, find community, have conversations that matter. 4. Build competence, learn new skills, set goals. Celebrate your progress, seek mastery, not perfection. 5. Pursue meaning. Ask yourself, what is the one thing I feel I was born to do? What contribution can I make that feels deeply authentic? What values guide my life? Meaning emerges when you stop living for approval and start living for purpose. Part 5: Maslow's highest insight. You are always becoming. Maslow believed the purpose of psychology was not to label people, but to help them grow. He wrote, "What a person can be, they must be." Self-actualization is the expression of your potential, your creativity, your curiosity, your compassion, your courage. It is a state where you no longer live in reaction to life. Instead, you live in alignment with who you truly are. And this is the message Maslow hoped to leave behind. You are not finished. You are not fixed. You are becoming. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.